Thank you.
We'll see you.
If you want to, I'll have a break.
Oh my, how are you, Doctor?
How are you keeping?
I don't know.
Yeah?
I know I've got fluid on the lungs.
Yeah.
No, I think this week I've got a cold. So I'll keep coughing and coughing and coughing. I'm waking up in the night coughing. And
Breathing's awful.
breathing's not brilliant.
Because you were diagnosed with lung cancer just before Christmas, was it?
Yeah,
just before
2
Christmas?
years, nearly 2 years and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was around Christmas time, I think.
Christmas time was, yeah.
Something like that.
Everyone keeps saying how well I look.
Yeah. So they've done their chemotherapy, and you're having lots of scans and all of those sort of things. Yeah.
Came on radio last year.
Yeah.
We had a scan, and then when you came back, they said it's got worse.
It got bigger.
Yeah.
I spoke to you on the phone, I think, didn't I, a little while ago, and then we ordered
vitamin D or something,
tests and things, didn't we? Yeah.
Oh yes.
The main reason we were doing the bloods this time was because you started to feel more tired and things again, and you'd obviously had anemia and things in the past. From Damini's records, I could see that she's been suffering from iron deficiency anemia for some time. There can be lots of different causes for this, such as lack of iron in the diet, poor iron absorption via the small intestine, or excess blood loss. So I decided to run some further blood tests to see if we could identify her cause. The bloods that we've got now have confirmed that you're anemic again, but quite significantly so.
More than last time.
I think it's about the same as last time.
Right.
Did you take iron tablets?
Yeah, I took iron tablets, and then I was feeling like my hair was growing back, and I was feeling more energetic and stuff. So I thought the foods that I'm eating, so I changed my diet, was helping.
Oh,
So it's obviously gone down again.
So the actual iron levels, the ferritin levels are less than 2, which is low. I think we've worked out what the cause was. Were you told a cause in the past for it?
No.
No.
Because I'm vegetarian, they basically said it's probably because of that.
Because of that, okay. Some of the other bloods I got done for you because of the anemia and things. One of them was a screen that we do looking for celiac disease, which is the kind of gluten intolerance, absorbing the iron and the other vitamins in the normal way. Have you ever noticed any problems with sort of wheat-containing foods like breads?
I'm always eating breads, pastas, pizzas.
No.
So it's really surprising that you're saying I may have a gluten intolerance.
One of the tests is looking at a certain level, which the normal is 0 to 20, and yours has come back 2,466.
Oh my God,
so
what
it's
is that?
quite significantly abnormal.
Is there anything you can tell us? I mean, have you got it? Can you tell us?
Yeah, well, I got a letter a couple of weeks ago. This letter was from Heartlands Hospital. So it just says that spent all yesterday several hours gardening. Yeah. The recent CT scan, which is now 4 weeks old, has been reported.
I can't stay still.
Yeah, and it shows an increase in the lymph nodes, and that the right lung has collapsed, and actually they don't think it's ever going to uncollapse. It's never going to re-expand. It's always going to be collapsed.
The sort of gold standard, if you like, to diagnose celiac for definite is they tend to want to do like a little biopsy from inside the bowel just to see whether it definitely is that or not. Because you don't have any symptoms of it, it's quite unusual.
Chapati every day as well.
Yeah.
That's bread based.
Absolutely.
I don't feel anything different.
Yeah. I think it is worth me referring you to the gastroenterologist for them to review and to consider whether they want to do a further test to see for certain whether it is that or not.
Okay.
Sorry, I know it's a bit of a
No, yeah,
shock.
pasta's my favourite food as well.
So, I mean, the good news these days, if it is shown to be that, is there are lots of gluten-free
But it's not the same.
No, I know. There is a difference between celiac disease and gluten intolerance. Celiac disease is the body's inappropriate immune response to gluten in the diet. This results in the formation of antibodies, which in turn can damage the small intestine, leading to poor absorption of nutrients such as iron. Intolerance, it seems to be just patients experiencing bowel symptoms in response to eating gluten, but they don't end up with the resulting damage. When you see the gastroenterologist, they may well consider an iron infusion if they feel that your levels aren't coming up adequately just with the tablet iron.
What's that then?
So it's more when you get it in sort of an infusion put straight into you, like through a drip.
Okay then, I didn't know it was this bad.
Yeah, but that might not be necessary if we can just increase your iron levels. All right, I'm sorry. It's all a bit of a shock. But, I mean, that's certainly what it's looking like on the bloods we've got back so far, so...
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, no worries. Bye now.
You say you got like a cold type thing.
Constantly
I've
coughing.
been in bed a couple of days this week.
Yeah. What's your appetite like?
No, it's normally really good, but the last couple of days it's been bad.
I'm getting back in.
He's been really poorly.
Yeah.
He's been out of breath. You walk for miles. He does a hell of a lot. He can't stay still. He doesn't like being but he'll walk for miles and then do this, and it's like a case of if I get out, everything will be all right, and we'll forget about everything.
Traditionally, lung cancer has got a fairly poor prognosis, but it depends on the type of cancer that it is. Anthony has moderate to severe type of cancer, but you wouldn't know it. He's always had this mindset of, as soon as this bit passes, I'm going to carry on with life as normal, which is such a great attitude to have.
All right. Well, let's have a look at you then. Let's check your temperature and stuff like that. Is it right? Is it okay if I just squeeze between you? Yeah. Is that all right? Yeah. Just say "ah" for me. Wide open, wide. Okay, that's fine. And just stand up for us. Is it okay if I lift up your shirt?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. There you go. Deep breath in and out. Yeah.
Monster.
It's so it's so difficult, isn't it, to sort of bearing in mind that your lung is partially collapsed on one side. When you try to listen with your stethoscope, you don't hear anything because there's nothing to hear.
Yeah.
So what I could hear sounds a bit crackly.
Yeah.
So we'll measure your oxygen levels first. You can relax your hand on flat there if you want.
Anthony used to work on a butcher's on King's Heath High Street, and I used to see him outside. This is before his diagnosis, thinking, "Oh, that's one of my patients." And you kind of see people getting on with their day-to-day life, and then a year down the line they've been diagnosed. For me, it's kind of it's that realism that these are real people who've got real lives, who've got families, have a job, and then they kind of they get this diagnosis and it kind of changes everything for them.
The oxygen level's not bad there, 97%, which is really good. Although it may be a cold, I think listening to your chest and your actual diagnosis, I would be more inclined to think maybe a course of antibiotics just to clear out any infections that might be brewing in there. All right?
Oh, yeah.
And in terms of a cough medicine, now technically we don't prescribe cough medicines, but there is Fulcadine, which has got codeine in it.
Oh, right, Fulcadine.
Codeine, which is a painkiller, but we know codeine suppresses coughing, so we can try that if you want.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to stop coughing.
Right, we'll let you go. I think.
Thank you so much. Right, so.
This is what it's like.
All right.
All right, thank you, Doctor.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Cold hands, warm heart.
Yeah. All right then. Thank you. Thanks. Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
So when I got a bit now, I took my tooth out my eye and my leg off, so I'm okay.
And then do your steam inhalation.
Absolutely. On one leg.
Fall into the throat.
Absolutely. On the sink.
I'm trying to be professional here, but I can never come back here once I've moved to Cheltenham.
If you move back here, we'll have you.
I'm sorry, you can...